We live in a world that has an out-of-control waste problem. It's piling up, leaching into our waters, poisoning our children, and creating a multitude of problems we will inevitably have to solve. Even our recycling habits are dysfunctional, as we practice mass consumption, throwing more and more heaps of material on than we're capable of processing. As of 2017, China has started rejecting our recycling exports, forcing the U.S. to deal with its own recyclable waste, which is backing up. Here in Rhode Island, the Johnston landfill, the state's only landfill, is filling up and will be closed within the next 20 years, a blink of an eye in trash time. On top of that, the state pays at least $32 for each ton of trash we throw away. I mean, can't we spend our money on something better? Undeniably, we have a waste problem. And what can we do about it? In 2008, Bea Johnson, mother of two and a French immigrant to the California coast, started a global movement advocating for a zero-waste lifestyle, showing us how we can stop producing waste in our own lives. Since then, bloggers around the world have followed her lead, trying to stop waste from New York to Malaysia. But what about your average neighbor? How would they get to zero waste? Is it impossible in our world today? Impractical? Alienating? We wanted to test it out, in real time, with real people. So we put a call to Rhode Island residents, asking them if they would undergo the transition. Four contestants in Providence, Rhode Island, make the journey to declutter their lives and say goodbye to their trash cans. This is 100 Days to Zero Waste.
Hi, I'm your host, Tara Gupta, and we're about to go meet your contestants. Come on.
Oh, dear. Oh, my. Again, I haven't seen you in a long time, actually.
Yeah. Welcome.
Thank you.
Some of these things are also from the street. Somebody was throwing this away, and I'm hoping to, I don't know, use it for a nice dressing or an oil or I don't know what.
Yeah, it's quite nice.
Yeah. Hi, my name is Sasha. I am a designer. I work at an architecture office in Providence, Rhode Island. I am Russian. I moved here to the States with my parents 20 years ago. Grew up largely in Texas and came to Rhode Island for my master's in architecture and absolutely fell in love with Providence as soon as I got here, so I stayed.
So, why don't you tell us why you want to do this challenge, or why you want to go zero waste?
Right. Well, I've been thinking about it for several years. I think being on TV is the only way to truly pressure me and keep me accountable. But other than that, I was thinking about that the other day. I love life, and I love living here on Earth, and I think we have a really, really beautiful place, and I don't want to make garbage in it. I love the way nature works, and I want to work within that.
Hello.
Hey, come on in.
Wow, look at this.
Yeah, I left this very
Welcome.
intentionally. This is my room.
Awesome. Wow, is this your decoration?
It's some of it, yeah. It was when I worked in the metal shop this past summer, and we had a lot of this just like extra like hose laying around that was about to get thrown out, and it to me totally looked like a weird sort of like plant, but like in reverse, so it seems like it's growing from my ceiling. And you skin
Oh, this is kind of scary.
No, she's so sweet, I promise.
Beautiful.
This little Ziploc bag. Gourmet, the very best.
Wow.
Yeah, so introduction. Yeah, well, hello. My name's Jesse Sohn, and I'm 20 years old. I'm from originally Ventura, California, which is this kind of small little beachy art town between Santa Barbara and Los Angeles. As a designer, if I'm not doing my best, like they talk about preaching sustainable design, and that seems really important to me. But then I take a class, and our teacher pulls out blue styrofoam and an aerosol adhesive to spray the two layers together, and we shape it into some pretty shape, and we call it some fancy design and sell it for an overpriced amount made out of an unsustainable material. But like then you just like put a little green sticker on it and people buy it, and it just like it seems so like not authentic. It's definitely hard to make any sort of like big change, and so also being at RISD, like time is a huge concern. That's like this like sort of commodity that like everyone holds to like this extreme degree of importance. So nice to meet y'all.
I'm gonna come down and let you up.
Hello.
And this morning I realized that it's this pumpkin I had.
Please introduce yourself to the audience.
Hi, I'm Marissa. I'm a freshman at Brown University, and I'm thinking of studying art history and either botany or literary arts.
Why do you want to go zero waste?
So a lot of it's something I've been thinking about for a very long time, and I've just never really had the courage to try and do, and I'm still kind of terrified. But I just really, I'm really passionate about the environment and about living sustainably and living in a very minimal way, and I think that zero waste would be a good way for me to kind of encourage myself to be not only more self-reliant, but also to just kind of think more consciously about the impact I'm making on the world around me. I don't know if I can do it in full, especially given that since I'm just a first year in college, I have like so many restrictions around what I can do. Like I have to be on a meal plan and I can't cook for myself. It's really difficult to have like be able to make things for myself since I don't live in like a house or apartment. I just have this tiny little dorm room with like a kitchen in the basement. So it's kind of difficult to be self-reliant in this situation. Like I've been trying over the years slowly. I've kind of gradually been making myself put more of a conscious thought process into the things that I'm using and consuming, and I'm excited to kind of make myself do more of that.
Mm-hmm. Oh, hello.
Hello. And frozen mangoes, which come in plastic. Only like 2 weeks worth of mail, and we just get overwhelmed by it. And
Yeah. Oh, wow. You guys have a lot of equipment.
yeah.
So hi, I'm Jen Long. I am the founder of the Whale Guitar Project. First people thought it was toxins in the oceans, but really right now there's so much plastic in the ocean. And then whales' bellies are full of garbage bags. Turtles are getting killed by the rings that come on 6-packs, and straws are an enormous issue. I think there's something like 5 million a year that are produced, and the trash ends up in the ocean. If it gets in any stream, the streams eventually let out into the ocean. I prefer to shop at grocery stores than farmers markets, because for me, farmers markets become this giant social thing. It's hard to get in and out, or the aisles are narrow, and I'm a funny like I don't like to get bumped. I don't know what that is. It's just like a sensory thing. So if I'm trying to grocery shop and I'm getting like banged around because sometimes the indoor farmers markets are really tight, I'll shy away from that. I'll just go to where I know I can go in and get in, get out, and get my groceries done. So it means I'll have to just take a deep breath and deal with those things and do it anyway. Mm-hmm. So it's like I've learned to play guitar in my old age. I can learn some new habits in my old age.
Good.
So